Hello, welcome back or welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about complemented fragrances. This will be my first video of this type because it hasn't been that long since I've been really into fragrances and wearing them strong enough so that other people can smell them. To be honest, I'm very much an undersprayer. I do have a few though. I've compiled enough that I felt like I could do a video on it. So let's get started. We're also going to throw in a couple of non-compliments here, and we're going to talk about things that I'm not sure when people said things if it was like a bad thing about the fragrance or just maybe those people's noses. Like I said, it's probably been about a year and a half since I've started to get into wearing fragrance in a serious manner, like strong enough so that I have a little bit of a scent bubble myself, that maybe someone coming within a foot or two of me could smell, as opposed to just me smelling on myself, because I'm generally kind of a sensitive, sensory issue type person, and I don't want to be overwhelmed by smells myself, carrying them around all day on my person, on my skin and my clothes. But I have found a few that don't bother me, that dry down. I kind of probably go a little bit anosmic to it over the course of the day or the time that I'm wearing it, and other ones that just kind of fade in and out, and you get a whiff of it here and there, and I like those too. I'm going to start with my probably favorite and most complimented, which I've talked about on my channel before. It wouldn't be a surprise. It's Vanilla Powder by Matiere. I'm making a good dent in my bottle. I've gotten a couple compliments on this, I would say 2 or 3. And the first instance was going out to dinner with my in-laws and my husband, and I was just wearing like jeans and a nice top like this. I had sprayed myself down with this and Duchessa by Gritti, which I don't have a full bottle of yet, just a decant, and Overture Woman by Amouage. So I had sprayed just a little bit of those last two, but mainly it was vanilla powder. And you know how vanilla powder really projects and is strong and kind of overwhelms everything else. So the waitress was a young lady, probably in her 20s, and she said, "Your perfume smells really good. May I ask you what you're wearing?" or something like that. And so I said, "Oh, wow, thank you. Is it too strong?" Because it's usually like my first reaction when people say something, is I don't want to be too loud with my fragrance or bother people. So I told her it was vanilla powder, because I assumed that over Duchessa or Overture, it was probably this, even though it was a little bit of a combo. It was just like a spray or two of the other two. So that is the first compliment I got, and I do love those other two so much. I love Duchessa by Gritti because it's a deep, dark, sensual cherry. So that's probably my number one cherry right now. It's right up there with Sirene, but I think it's above Sirene. And then Overture Woman is really my favorite Amouage right now, and it's got like an apple liqueur scent. It's got brandy, apple, saffron, bergamot, benzoin, myrrh, cinnamon, may rose, geranium, leather, olibanum, and labdanum. So that is Overture Woman, and I really like that one. I need to get a larger decant of that for winter. It's powerful. It's out there. It's just a great fragrance. So on another occasion, I was like returning some shoes that I bought for my son to a Skechers store, and I was also wearing vanilla powder. But that day I had paired it with Yum Pistachio Gelato by Kayali. So when she complimented me and said, "You smell so good, what are you wearing?" I wasn't 100% sure which one she was complimenting, but again, I wore more of this than the Pistachio Gelato, so I assumed it was vanilla powder, and I had a decant of this in my purse, so that's the one I showed her. And I said, "Do you want to try it?" And I let her spray it on her arm, and told her that you could get it at Nordstrom, which is where I got mine. And yeah, so I think that's the one she liked, because people really tend to like vanilla powder. It's very strong. We all know Yum Pistachio Gelato just smells really fresh and sweet, very sweet. And it's got that little bit of pistachio note in there. So those, they smell good together. They're gourmand and yummy. Another perfume that I've gotten a couple compliments on is Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. So people tend to really like this, I guess. It's inoffensive and it just melds into your skin chemistry however it wants to. But one time I was returning some clothes at JCPenney, and the person there, I had sprayed it on in the car, I think, because it's such a light scent. I wanted to refresh. I keep some in my purse too. Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. And she's like, "You smell good. I like your perfume." And I said, "Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume." Because I always like to tell people, especially if it's something that's really readily available. If it's a niche perfume, I almost feel bad. Like, are they going to understand? Are they really interested? I don't know. Do they really want to know this weird name and brand that they've never heard of? But that was compliment number one. And then another compliment I got on that was when I saw my husband's family. We were getting together for a dinner a while back when we traveled, and giving people hugs when I first saw them. And they're like, "Oh, you smell good." And they didn't ask what I was wearing, but it was Juliette Has a Gun. And I had also refreshed myself after being in the car because we had to drive like 7 hours that day. So that one gets compliments too. Another day I was shopping at Trader Joe's, and it was like in the spring of this year, I believe. And I was trying out some of my Dua samples that I have. And I have one of 100 Silent Ways. It's called 100 Whispers. So I went and got the little sample. There's barely anything left in there, but this is strong. Duas are generally pretty strong. So I had worn this combined with the real 100 Silent Ways by Nishane, because I have a sample of that too, which is almost gone. And the person checking out my groceries at Trader Joe's, said I smelled good. So I think I told them what it was. I don't know if they asked, but this one got a compliment. And it is so yummy, floral, fruity, fresh, nice for spring. I love this for spring, and it's really girly. It's not really me. I don't generally go for fruity florals and girly scents, but I just felt like wearing it that day. It was, like I said, a nice weather day, spring day. So that's 100 Silent Ways, or 100 Whispers from Dua. This is a really good clone of that perfume if you're interested. I feel like of all the popular Dua clones, this is up there, definitely. Okay, we're going to go through some family compliments now. I've learned what my son and husband like. I'm not sure what they don't like. Well, I'm kind of sure what they don't like, but I've learned that my son likes yummy vanilla, gourmand or edible type scents, because the first time I wore Vanilla Skin, he complimented me on this. He said it smelled just like something we had baked like earlier that week or something. Yeah, it does smell like you've baked something with vanilla. It's very sweet. So I just have the body spray. I don't have the perfume, the eau de parfum from Phlur. Got this on TikTok. It was a good deal. I think I got this for $9.99, the big one. And I barely used any. But it smells really nice. It's a good like bedtime body mist too. Really comforting. And this is up my son's alley, I guess, for what he likes to smell on his mom at least. And then the other time that he complimented me, I wore Utopia from Tumi. I just have a little sample that someone gave me at Von Maur. And this is similar to Vanilla Skin because it's a vanilla, but this has got a little more going on in it. It's, I think it has a little bit of aromatic or herbal touch to it. Tumi Utopia, you can get this for a steal on So Avant-Garde when they have the sales. Sometimes they have 50% off. So you can get them for like $40 for a big bottle, I think. But it's a nice vanilla. It's not my favorite vanilla because there's just something in it. But my son thought it smelled good. The notes in Utopia, Tumi Utopia, are pink pepper, lush jasmine sambac, and enveloping Madagascar vanilla for an unmatched sense of serenity. Yes, I would say it's very serene and calming. and lovely and cozy and great for moms, young and old. So that's Tumi Utopia. Now, before we get into what my husband likes, let's go to these non-compliment type comments I've gotten. First one was we went to an outdoor thing for St. Patrick's Day. It was like a little, St. Patrick's Day party on the day. So we were sitting in an outdoor bar with friends, and I had freshly applied just a little spray of Tumi Renaissance right here. So I do have a full bottle of that. And this is one of the stronger ones in their line of 4 fragrances for women. It's more black currant. It's really beautiful, I feel like, but it is a little strong. They have these great magnetic caps, very strong magnetic caps. I really like the fragrances for the price. Tumi, you just can't beat. Notes for Tumi signature are fragrant apple blossom, succulent pomegranate, robust amber woods, reflecting a vivid lifestyle and a woman's unlimited power. So this is more of a boss lady scent, I feel like. It's just giving power and dominance and beauty and elegant sophistication. That's what I would say about this scent. So anyway, I was also wearing a little bit of vanilla powder that day. So I was wearing these together. But I had freshly applied this, okay, in the car. So we got out to go to the bar, and not a couple minutes after I sat down and waitresses were walking by, they were really busy, because it was St. Patrick's Day. Somebody said, "Oh, that's some strong perfume." And I was like, "Oh, is it me?" I was like, "Oh, really? Is it me? Do I have on really strong perfume?" And she's like, "No, I think it's a waitress. Every time she walks by, I get this really strong waft of perfume." I wasn't 100% sure it wasn't me. So I wasn't sure if that was based on my scent or not, and I wasn't sure if it was a compliment. But some people just don't like to smell perfume out in the wild. You can't please them. So some people just don't like perfume. Let's face it. So that was the first, perhaps, non-compliment. And the next time I was at a party, and it was an evening party, so I was dressed in a dress, and I had worn 2 sprays of vanilla powder around my neck. Okay, don't hate me. I wear this a lot, but only like 2 sprays, and then the rest I wore Pas Ce Soir extrait, which I don't have a full bottle of. I just have a decant. I sprayed that on my dress, a little bit on my skin because my arms were bare. It's a sleeveless dress, and I was standing like 3 feet away from some men that I didn't know because we were waiting for the birthday person to come. It was a surprise birthday party, and just standing there, like looking, waiting for him to walk in. And the guy was like, "Something smells like," he didn't say it to me, he just said it to his friend or whatever. He said, "Something smells like alcohol." Kind of looked around, not at me, didn't look at me. "Something smells like alcohol." And I was like, "Oh God." So I was like, backing. So hope they don't notice. Backing away slowly. I didn't even have an alcoholic drink in my hand. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but I think his friend was like, "Well, yeah, we're drinking," or something. And I don't know what I said. I don't think I said anything. I think I just kind of laughed and backed away. But Pas Ce Soir extrait, yes. Let me get my decant. Actually, I'll just get my sample because I haven't even ran through my sample yet. It's so strong. Look at that juice. It's strong. Oh, but it smells so good. It's got a little bit of patchouli. It's still got that fruity note that the original Pas Ce Soir has. So I think it has quince in it too, but this has deeper notes. It's so good. It just smells mouth-wateringly good to me. I don't know why I like it so much. So it might smell like alcohol to some people who aren't used to smelling niche perfumes. Just a warning there. But I'm not going to stop wearing it. I think it's really good for evening events, evening wear, and maybe in a little cooler cooler weather. I have worn this in cooler weather and nobody said anything. So I think maybe it was pretty warm that night. It was probably 95 degrees, even though we were in air conditioning when that happened. So that's just some funny stories that I have. My husband has complimented me just a couple times. He's probably used to me like reeking of perfume all the time because he works from home and I'm home. So we're around each other a lot. But one time I walked into his office and I had kind of freshly applied Chance Eau Fraiche. And he said, "Ooh, you smell good." And yeah, this is what he likes. It's fresh. It's got that teak wood, I believe, and citrus, I believe. But this is the green one. My bottle's almost empty. You'll see. I need to finish it off. Such a good one. I can still smell it really strongly from the cap, and this has been around a while, so I've had a couple bottles of this in my adult years, and lots of memories with this one. Good memories. Like, I think I wore it maybe a little bit when we were dating. My husband and I were dating, and yeah, because I wore Chance Eau Fraiche or Eau Tundra for a long time period there. I kind of went between the two, but he likes this, and I can see why he would. It's fresh, non-offensive, pretty, light. And then the other time, a couple other times, he's complimented me. One time, I don't have the perfume anymore, but it was Prada Paradoxe. He liked that one, I think. And I found that one day when we were shopping in Dillard's. This is when it had first come out, and I tried it, and I really liked it. So I bought a bottle, but then I realized it was too strong for me, too floral for me. So I ended up selling it. I bought a little travel one, and I even sold that one. So Prada Paradoxe wasn't for me, but my husband did like it, and I can see why he liked that one too, because it's very floral and feminine, likable for men. I think it's kind of candy sweet. The other one recently that he complimented me on was a combo of Yum Boujee Marshmallow, which I just have the little 10 ml size of, and Sirene by Fragrance de Bois. So I had paired those two together, a cherry and a marshmallow strawberry scent. It smelled really good, kind of yummy and edible. And he said I smelled good that day after he hugged me too. My most recent, and I feel one of the best compliments I've gotten so far, is when I went to get my hair done recently. I got it highlighted and cut recently, and I was wearing Apres l'Amour. This one that I recently got, I had a decant before this. I was wearing a little bit around my neck, so my hairdresser was kind of all up in that area, of course, and said I always smell good when I came in. What is that perfume that you wear? Because you always smell good. And I was like, well, actually that day I had worn about 4 different things. I also sprayed some Delina hair mist, one spray in my hair. And then that day I had also tested a new one, which is Sospiro Il Padrino. And I had put this on my arm to test, but this is strong. It smells really good. Very unisex, very woody, oudy, ambery, musky. It's so good. I think it's got tobacco in it too, or leather. One of those. More leather I'm getting, yeah, leather. So that's Il Padrino by Sospiro. It smells so good. I really like this. It's deep, dark. Just what you'd think of with the name Godfather. Yeah, it smells really good. And then I had also sprayed a little bit of Swiss Arabian Casablanca on my sweater that I was wearing that day. So it was a chillier day and I had a layer, a cardigan on. So I had 4 different things on. So when they told me I smelled good, it was she, and then the next hairdresser next to her said, "Oh yeah, when you walked by, I thought you smelled really good. I got just a little bit of a whiff," because I was like, "Oh, is it too strong? I'm sorry." And they're like, "No, it's just a little bit of, you just get the whiff here and there." And so that's what I was wearing that day. And I think that was the best compliment I've gotten so far, because it was 2 people that were in my vicinity and that I had walked by. So it was Casablanca by Swiss Arabian, just a little bit, 1 spray of Il Padrino, 1 spray of Delina hair mist, and like 3 sprays of number 4 Thomas Kosmala. So that was a good combo, even though it was out there like four. Who needs four fragrances? I don't know. But apparently it smelled good. And I think it was just the weather that day and the way the scents worked with the weather. It was kind of a rainier day, cloudy day, cooler, like in the 70s. So I think they just worked. Those are so far my compliments that I've gotten. Probably the most memorable compliments I've gotten. I may have gotten a couple more that I don't remember, but probably not. I usually remember compliments and file them away. What scents are your most complimented, or what is the most memorable compliment that you've gotten, and what were you wearing? Let me know in the comments. I want to know. So hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you're doing well. Join me next time, and please subscribe and like, and I'll see you next time. Bye.